Hello, Chris Green here with the Flood Insurance Guru. And today we're talking about new flood map updates coming to Anderson County, Kansas on March 8th, 2022. Today we're going to be talking about the total amount of properties impacted, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So stay tuned. So today we're talking about Anderson County, Kansas, and these new flood maps that go into place March 8th, 2022. As we mentioned, today we're going to be talking about the total number of properties impacted, properties that are staying in the special flood hazard area, properties that are being moved out of the special flood hazard area, and properties that are being moved in. So first of all, let's talk about the good. These are properties that are moving from high risk to low risk. As you can see, the number of properties that can potentially impact right here. So what does this mean? This means that you're going from required to non-required. Maybe if you have a mortgage, it means you're going probably from a flood zone A or AE to an X. That's great news. Flood insurance is no longer required, but it doesn't mean you should stop covering it, because as you can see, water can rise very quickly and cause major damage even in areas that are not in the special flood hazard area. So what about properties that are moving into it, also known as the bad? Now, these are areas that are going from non-required to required. These are, the number of properties, as you can see right here. These are properties now that are going to be required to carry flood insurance. So what about the ugly? Now, these are properties that are staying in, but maybe moving to higher risk. Maybe they're going from an A zone to an AE. Some areas that could potentially see higher premiums. So that's the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now let's talk about, can you fight these changes? You absolutely can, through a letter of map amendment process, where you go through and dispute what your actual flood zone is with the National Flood Insurance Program. So what about flood insurance options? Well, if you're being moved into this area, it's important to understand that you qualify for newly mapped flood insurance rates. Remember, these are special rates through the National Flood Insurance Program for the first 12 months. It's also important to understand that you also still have access to private flood insurance, depending on your loan type. So these are the different types of flood insurance options. So if you've got questions about these map changes coming to Anderson County, Kansas on March 8, 2022, click below to visit our website, floodinsuranceguru.com. Remember, we have an educational background in flood mitigation, which means you have to understand flood risk like this right here. Your flood insurance and mitigating your property long term. Thank you.